Congratulations, you finally got that house you've always wanted, but now what do? Today I'm going to go through all the steps you need to take to go from contract to close successfully. That's coming up next. Hey everyone, it's Matt Allen here with the Allen team. I hope you're having a great day today. Thank you for joining me. If you're new to our station, welcome. I'm trying to provide as much information here in Central Florida and just about anywhere in the real estate market. I've been in the market since 2002 and I'm happy to help you however I can. And today's topic is what to do once you've had that contract signed by all parties and you are roaring and ready to go. Exciting, but there are some steps you need to put in place immediately, and we're going to start with the very first one, which is your escrow deposit. Here in Central Florida, your escrow deposit is typically wired to the title company. We used to years ago be able to drop a check off, but with all the banking fraud and things like that, they really prefer that wire. So the first thing you and your agent need to do is contact that title company, find out what their wiring instructions are, and get that escrow money over. What is escrow? It's that money you're putting down as good faith deposit. With financing, traditionally it's around 1%, and with cash it can go up as high as 10-20% depending on the size and price of the house. But that escrow money needs to get in there usually within about 3 days, so keep that in mind. The next most important thing is going to be in scheduling those inspections. If your contract calls for an inspection period, it can last anywhere from 5 days to 25 days, but you really want to expedite that. We use the expression in real estate, time is of the essence, so make sure you get your inspections scheduled. Typically, I have the lender hold off on the appraisal until the inspection is done, because the appraisal you have to pay out of pocket. You want to hold that just in case something catastrophic comes up on the home inspection. But that home inspection is next. Get that scheduled. All right, so you got your escrow in, your inspections are scheduled. The next thing on the list is to call your lender and start getting them information. Whatever it is they're looking for, make sure you're expediting that information to them. Don't stop, don't hold it, don't put stuff in one thing at a time. Try to get all of the information they request all at once. We want to make sure that stuff is in there so they can start working on the loan. If they are asking for, let's say, pay stubs, make sure you give them the right amount, because if they're asking for 12 months worth of pay stubs and you give them 2, really doesn't help them. They have to have a complete file prior to submitting it to underwriting, so make sure you get on that straight away. All right, so you probably have already heard this, but make sure you are not spending money on your new house, and make sure you're not making large purchases. You're getting that lakefront home, don't go out and buy a boat right now and finance it. If you are buying that dream home of yours, don't go out and spend $10,000 on your credit card getting furniture for the house. There'll be time for that, trust me. But right now you want to not make any waves or ripples in your credit. You want to make sure you're conserving your money, because you need money for closing as well, so make sure you keep that in mind. Hopefully by this time your inspection is completed, you're acceptable of whatever the outcome of that was, whether it's a credit or the inspection actually came out great, so that's what we're always hoping for. But with that past us, now you focus on the appraisal, and hopefully you've let the lender know to go ahead and order that appraisal. Appraisal contingencies have periods involved, so it's usually somewhere on the low end of about 15 days, 2 weeks, to about 3 weeks. That appraisal needs to be done and loan commitment is coming up. But make sure that appraisal is ordered. That's the next biggest hurdle we got to get through. We are getting close now. We're within a couple weeks of closing. It's getting exciting. You're starting to pack, get ready. but we still want to keep our eye on the ball here. So hopefully the appraisal came back great. You may have some equity in the property, or at least it appraised for the value. If it didn't, I've got some videos that you can watch on what to do if your house does not appraise. I'll link that up above. The next big thing is to ensure the title company is continuing on their title searches. They do what's called an ESTOPPEL letter, and they'll reach out to your homeowners association. In Central Florida, most neighborhoods have a homeowners association. If you have a house that's on a standalone street, meaning that it doesn't belong to a neighborhood, you can skip this step. But the title company will reach out, make sure first that the seller has paid all their HOA dues and they don't have any violations. In other words, is their house in need of paint or some violation against the rules of the neighborhood? So that's next on the list. Make sure that's completed because that has to be done prior to closing. Guys, we are so close right now. It is getting so exciting. We're maybe a week away from closing. We are waiting to get loan commitment. That's the next step in the whole process. And that's what we've been working on, is to get that loan commitment, which means the bank has agreed to lend you the money. Now there may be some stipulations in there, but they've agreed to lend you money on the property. Now if you're paying cash, obviously this step is unnecessary, but most people are financing, so we're waiting for that loan commitment. And then once that loan commitment comes in, we're looking for 3 magic words. Does anybody know what those words are? Clear to close. That means the bank has cleared all conditions to finance your property and we can move to the closing table. Don't stop there though. We still have a couple more steps we need to take prior to closing. One of them is to make sure that survey has been ordered, make sure we've scheduled what's called a final walkthrough of the property, and make sure everything is in place. Your utilities, your insurance, all those things have to be ordered and put into place so that when you move in on day one, you have electricity, you have water. In case the house burns down the day you're moving in, you have insurance on the property. So make sure not to forget those. And again, your real estate agent, if you're here in Central Florida, if you're elsewhere, I can also help refer an agent to you. But they should be working with you to make sure those things are complete. Congratulations! You made it to the finish line. You did your final walkthrough, everything looked great in the house, and you're on your way over to the title company to sign paperwork, get those keys, and move into your dream home. Can't be happier for you. Congratulations. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'm providing a bonus for you down below. There will be a link to a PDF going through this whole process so you can download it, read it at your leisure. And again, any questions you may have, let me know. I've been in the business since 2002, so I can certainly help you. I appreciate your time, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.